Hey guys, back with another YouTube video. Today it's going to be a collections video. Now, as y'all requested, I'm doing a video of all my Victorinox knives. That's not a Victorinox. And so this is all my Victorinox knives I've collected, and I'll continue to collect more. I guess the first thing I'll start off with is the Victorinox fixed blades. First is this one I bought while I was down in the Queen. I was on the road on the way home from a flea market, and I saw this handle sticking out of the dirt like this. I was like, it's probably just a cheap kitchen knife. But when I saw the Victorinox logo on it, I'm like, oh, that's a good score. And it's very large, too. Had minor chips, and it was dull as can be. But after fixing it up with a file, it's razor sharp, still has the Victorinox logo and the etching. So that's my biggest Victorinox fixed blade. Next is this one I picked up at a flea market a long time ago. Don't remember how much this was. I think this was about $9 at a flea market. Again, a Victorinox. Next is the small Victorinox knife. I actually had a friend of mine make this knife sheath. A long time ago, there was a place around here called a Restore. Basically, they're a place you can buy stuff super cheap. And in one of the bundles of cheap knives, I found this little baby Victorinox. And at that time, I did not have much Victorinox fixed blades, and it's very razor sharp. And I've used this countless times, and I had a friend of mine named Stefan make the leather sheath for me. And then I put this little loop on it. So that's one of my favorites. Let's see. Yeah, that's Victorinox. It's the first one I ever owned. Yep. I guess the first one I'll start off with is this one my dad gave me a long time ago. He used to work for a pawn shop, and they have long since went out of business, and his friend let him keep most of the knives that they had in the case, and one of them was this Victorinox. And I used this knife a lot when I first got it. I even used a little saw on it, and then I used a small blade, and then of course the main blade, and I still use this here and there. This is the soldier model. Thank you very much, Dad. Still has a good snap to it, too. Next, my dad also found me this white Victorinox on eBay, and it's in great shape. I cleaned it up a little bit and polished it up, made it look a lot nicer. So thank you very much, Dad. That's awesome. Next is this one I picked up at a flea market for $9 a while back. This is a Victorinox Florist knife with etching. And when I first got it, it was a little bit in bad shape. It had some rust and some minor corrosion, but the good thing is these Victorinoxes are always easy to clean. And I like that black color. So there's that one. Might as well. Next is this blue Florist knife my father actually got me. So thank you very much, Dad, because I'm trying to collect all the colors that they make. Love that blue and brass. Next. Oh yeah, this is another one my father got me. This is the black soldier model that my father also got me. Thank you very much, Dad. This is definitely one of my favorites because I love that black handle. You don't see that too often. That one. Next, oh yeah, this is a Marlborough one. Basically, what Marlborough used to do back in the day is if you got a certain stamp on your cigarette package, you could send them in, and get these Victorinox Marlborough's knife. Basically, it has Marlborough right on it, and it has Victorinox on the other side. These are extremely collectible. I've got the thin one, which is this one, and I've got the bulk one, which is this one. My father got me both of these, so thank you very much, Dad. Now all I'm missing is the miniature version of it, which is basically this knife, but with the Marlborough's logo on it. Next is this blue Victorinox that I talked about in a previous video. As y'all may remember, my good friend Henry gave me a Victorinox knife that was missing some handles, and me and my father was able to find a retailer on eBay from Switzerland that has these grips for sale. They were only like $15. But originally we had purchased them. We waited about a week like they said they would, and this was all before this was before all this COVID crap. And basically what had happened is they didn't arrive on time. We asked them, and they instantly refunded my dad the money, so I was kind of bummed out. But then another week goes by and they arrive in the mail. So I guess we got these for free, but I'm still pissed at the fact that they didn't just try to fix the problem. They just refunded the money without a care. But the grips fit on it perfectly. This is the Hunter model. And I love the blue on them. So there's that one. Next is the Red Hunter that my father got me off eBay. This one has a good snap to it. And it has a unique lock where you press this down, and that's what unlocks it. And then when you press it up, it locks in place. Definitely one of my favorites. Thank you very much, Dad. Next is this one. Where did this one come from? Oh yeah, I picked this one up at a pawn shop. I told the story about this where they had a box of knives in the back, and I asked if I could take a look, and I found this blue Victorinox. And I paid, I think it was $5 for it, and it was worth it. I love this knife. It's a great little version of the Officer Swiss. So that was awesome. Best $5 I've ever spent. Next is, yeah, this one I bought at a flea market a while back. My father actually found this. I didn't. We were going through, and he found a little box of knives that I didn't see, and went through and found me this little Victorinox. And it's a lot bigger than the normal blue one. And I think this one was like $3, and it was so worth it. I cleaned this one up and definitely put this in my collection. Next is, this is another one my dad got me. This is a Victorinox wooden-handled one. That is very unique. You don't see that too often. And I love that they burn the inlay of the Victorinox logo on the grips. Again, this is their Officer Swiss, but still, though, don't have those grips in my collection. Next is, this is another big Victorinox that I bought a while back. This was in a lot of knives that I purchased for 20 bucks. And this was one of the knives that I kept because it's a Victorinox, and I did not have one this big at the time. So now I've got a white one and a red one. So that was worth the 20 bucks. Next is this one I found, again, in a bundle that I bought at a flea market. The very nice lady sold me an entire tote of knives for, I think it was $12. And most of them were generally cheap knockoffs. But then I found this Swiss knife that had the logo almost worn off. And it's a Wenger, Switzerland, which is what Victorinox used to be called before it changed to Victorinox. And this is the apprentice model. Basically what that means is, if you were to first go to work for Victorinox, this would be your first knife that they give you as an apprentice. Very unique. Don't have one, and it doesn't have the bail, sadly, but I still keep it on display. So that was worth it. Next is this one. Yeah, this is another one my father bought me. It's a Wenger, another Wenger, Switzerland. Love that handle, and I love that it's got a bail on it, because most of them come with a keychain bail. This one has an actual knife bail on it that you don't see too often. Thank you, Dad. That's going to go great in my collection. Next is the mini ones. This grip popped off. I had to fix that later. Next are all the little minis I've kept. Here's the blue Victorinox Classic, and here's the black Victorinox Classic. And here's the tiger striped Victorinox Classic, the one that my friend JJ got me. Could have sworn there was a red one, but I guess I must have misplaced it. And then this is a unique one. This is a Wenger Victorinox Classic, but it's a lot bigger than your average one, as you can see. Very unique, and it has the tweezers built into it rather as them out of it. So that's a new one. That one I found also in the bundle that I bought from a flea market. Last but not least is one that I keep brand new in the package. This is another Florist knife. This is a hawkbill version that my father got me. And this one he bought for me off eBay, and I've kept it brand new in the package because I don't want to use it. This one I'm going to keep. Alright, that's all my Victorinox knives I've collected. I guess let me know. I guess the next things I'll show is, what do you want me to do a collection video of? Would you want me to do a collection video of my gun collection? Or of my military collection? Or of my camp knife collection? So those are the three collections I'll let y'all vote for. which ones do you want me to do a collection video of? My gun collection, my military, or my camp knives? And last but not least, I'll show off a few new arrivals. First is this one I got for Christmas from my brother. And then he also got me this one for Christmas. And then he also got me this one for Christmas. And then, last but not least, is this Queen's knife I got from a new friend. I think his name was Mike. Yeah, his name was Mike. No, not my scrap guy. This is another guy named Mike. This is a Queen's... I forgot what this is called. But originally, this did not have a spring right here. The spring was busted, so I replaced it. And now it works better than ever. And it's in great shape. This one's going to go in my personal collection because I don't have any Queen's knives because I normally sell those. Because when I get Queen's knives, half the time they're broken or busted up. So I just sell them as is. But this one's actually in very good shape. This one I'm going to keep in my personal collection. Anyway, I guess I'll end the video here. Let me know what you want me to do a collections video of next. I already gave y'all 3 options. And as always, stay sharp.